In this video, we're going to talk about how to apply for grants this year and the 5 steps you need to know. Let's get started. Hey everyone, I'm Rinde from AskRinde, and welcome to the #1 community for real estate, income, and credit. So if you'd like to know more about how to apply for grants this year, the 5 key steps that you need to be aware of, and how to get multiple grants, make sure you watch the video to the end and leave a comment below if you need help with anything. Knowing how to properly apply for grants is rarely shared and seldom taught. Grants are free money, and they come in different sizes and amounts, but their impact can be life-changing. Getting grants can be intimidating, overwhelming, and also a confusing process. So who needs grants? Well, everyone needs grants. Families need grants. Self-employed, small business owners, all need this much needed funding and also free grants that are available. There are billions of dollars given out in grants annually. Knowing the keys and how to properly apply for these grants can make all the difference. For private grants, which is what we specialize in at AskRinde, there are grants available through local sources, corporations, foundations, and also individual donors. For federal grants, there are grants available through local, state, and also federal levels. So these are the 5 key steps you need to be aware of in order to properly apply for grants this year. Number 1, discover. You need to be able to find a grant. So you need to be able to know how to find grants. Number 2, qualifying the grant. You need to know how to assess the grant, or how to properly assess the grant opportunity, which means you're going to look at the overall opportunity and not just the posted requirements for eligibility and what will make you qualified to be able to get the grant. So you need to properly assess the grant opportunity. Number 3, prepare. So you need to prepare for the grant. So this will involve you, your business, time, and also your location, to name a few. Number 4, apply. So this is where you actually take action and then apply for the grant, where you submit your information to be able to hopefully get the grant. Now the success of this is if you've properly actually taken the first 3 steps, which were discover, qualifying the grant, and also preparing properly for the grant. These all go into making number 4 a success. Number 5, follow-up. So it's important with grants to have a good follow-up process, because not all grants are the same. Some grants are delayed, some grants get changed, and in some cases, some grants get retracted. Not all grants are guaranteed. So whether or not you're a finalist and you've actually gotten a grant in the first round and looking to find out when funding is going to be released, or you didn't get it on the first round and you're lining up for a second or third or subsequent rounds to be able to get the grant, it's important to have a good follow-up process to be able to make sure that you're not only top of mind, but that your business, your family is in the top running to be able to get the grant. So having a good follow-up consistent process will help you position you, because sometimes the grants, you don't get it actually in the first round, but you may get it on a subsequent round. So even though it's delayed, it's not denied. So it's important to actually have a good follow-up process, and this is one of the main keys that most people miss, because they go through all the other steps, and in some cases they may have gotten the grant, but they didn't have a follow-up process. So it's important to have this follow-up process as a core element when it comes to actually preparing yourself properly to be able to apply for grants. Now we also help you to understand the grant life cycle, which are 3 phases. Number 1 being the pre-award or the eligibility announcement phase. Number 2 being the award phase, and number 3 being the post-award phase. All 3 phases are important in the life cycle of a grant, and it's important to know how to actually get and position yourself in key positions during each cycle. Now there are more than 10 main keys to keep in mind in how to apply for grants, and these include number 1, what happens before you discover the grant, and number 2, matchmaking yourself with grants. So I'd like to share with you step by step of how to apply for grants this year, and we're going to be sharing the keys and more in our grants masterclass, where we teach you what tools to use to be able to apply for grants, positioning, how to apply for multiple grants, how to establish yourself in grants, where you're actually getting grants consistently, either on a quarterly basis, a biannual basis, or an annual basis, with multiple rolling grants going all at the same time, coming into your family and coming into your business. We'll also like to share with you the grant differences. It's important to know the differences in grants because it can save you time, money, and also resources. In addition to that, we're going to be sharing with you substantial grants, large grants. So not all grants are created equal. So for one business, $50,000 may be life-changing, But for another business, $50,000 may be just a monthly expense. It's important to know how to go after the right grant that can actually be substantial for you and life-changing and catapult your business and your family to the next level. We also share with you the anatomy of a grant, what to focus on, and what's key that you're going to need to be in position to be able to have the best opportunity of getting the grant. And we have a few spots left for our upcoming Grants Masterclass, which you can join us by going to my website, AskRinde.com, clicking on Grants, and getting started today. We've established this masterclass to be able to help small businesses for grants, to help families for grants, to help people get access to the free money, the billions of dollars that are available on an annual basis that are being given out every single day via grants. There's money flowing and there's grant money flowing, and you're able to receive it if you know where to find them and if you know how to properly apply for the grants. So I look forward to seeing you guys inside the Grants Masterclass. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can also email me. My email address is askrindenetwork@gmail.com. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.